Good morning, afternoon, or night, my beautiful viewers. Welcome back to my movie room, and today we will be doing a haul video for the entire month of March. I have a big stack of DVD, Blu-rays, and 4Ks here to show you. So without further ado, I will be showing you in the order of which I have bought them. First movie I bought the month of March is this Blu-ray of House on Haunted Hill. This was actually the very first video that I uploaded on this channel, was me reviewing this. I thought it was a very good movie. I thought this was a pretty okay release. At the time, I said that the picture quality was outstanding, amazing. I was actually watching it on my girlfriend's $10 TV that she bought off Facebook Marketplace a half decade ago. So not the best quality. Since then, I had popped this into my 4K Blu-ray player on my LG OLED, and it's fine. It's not great. You can definitely see it's a little blurry. It's a little scratched. My original release of this was on one of those 50 movie horror packs, and the quality on that was just abysmal. So this is an upgrade in my book. The next thing that I bought on the month of March is this 2-pack of The Haunting of Bly Manor and The Haunting of Hill House. This was on sale on Amazon, so I figured I'd pick it up. I haven't seen The Haunting of Bly Manor, but I remember watching The Haunting of Hill House back in college and thought it was amazing. This actually has 2 extended director's cut episodes, so I'm excited to watch those. I'm excited to watch through The Haunting of Bly Manor. Haven't popped these in yet, not sure of the quality, but it's a streaming show. It was shot digitally, I'm assuming, so I'm sure the quality here is going to be great on Blu-ray. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a shot. Slightly switching gears here from horror, I have Tenacious D: Pick of Destiny. This is a film that I remember loving in high school. Me and my friend would quote it all of the time. And this release from Shout Select actually has lots of special features. It has audio commentary from Jack Black and Kyle Gass. It has audio commentary from the director, a bunch of deleted scenes, a bunch of behind-the-scene footage. So this was fun to rewatch. This was my first time watching it in HD, and I absolutely loved it. This is a classic film for somebody in the right age range with the right sense of humor. For me, this was an easy pickup. Loved revisiting it. It was on sale. Hard to pass up. The next 3 movies I got as part of the Groove March Madness, I believe it was 3 for $20 Blu-ray sale. So I got $1 Million Baby. This is a film that I've watched a couple of times on streaming. I haven't owned it at all physically, so I was excited to pick this up. Next item I picked up from the March Madness sale was Son of Kong. The original King Kong from the 1930s is one of my favorite films of all time. I love stop motion, practical effects, and I own King Kong on Blu-ray, but I've never actually seen Son of Kong. I'd only heard that it was terrible, never really got around to watching it myself, so I finally decided to pick it up, and at just about an hour long, I thought it was okay. I definitely see why people don't like it, but I'm happy to add it to my collection alongside its father, King Kong. And the last movie I added to my collection from the Groove 3 for $20 sale is Cleopatra. So this film I actually bought by mistake. I was thinking it was the 1960s Cleopatra, the 4-hour-long epic, but this is actually the film that film was a remake of from 1930s, I believe. Yeah, 1934 was when this came out. So I bought it by mistake, but I definitely am still excited to watch this. I'm still looking for the 1960s version. Probably watch this first now that I have it. And then when I finally watch the 1960s version, I'll have something to compare it to. So not a total loss, even though, again, I didn't really mean to buy this movie. Next movie I bought on sale from Amazon, Psycho 2. I actually didn't know there were sequels to Psycho, so that shows how good of a horror fan I am, I guess. So I was watching a documentary on 80s horror films, which inspired my 80s horror watch-through series on this channel, and their description of Psycho 2 made it sound interesting, so I figured I'd pick it up and add it to that watch list. Expect a review of this coming soon. But yeah, Psycho 2, I'm excited to have it to my collection, and I'm excited to watch it. The next film, or set of 4 films that I'm adding to my collection, is this 4-film Scooby-Doo set. So I've actually been waiting for Ghoul School and Reluctant Werewolf to go on sale on Amazon, their Blu-rays, but I finally found this set of 4 films for $8 on Amazon, so I figured I might as well pick it up so I at least have these films. And I also didn't own The Monster of Mexico before this, and I did own Goblin King, but I think I gave that away or I sold it, so nice to bring it back into the collection in this nice compact case. Ultimately, these are 4 films that I don't really care about as far as Scooby films, but I do remember liking Monster of Mexico as a kid, so it'll be fun to revisit it. But yeah, the ultimate goal is to have every Scooby film on DVD or Blu-ray, so of course I had to add these to my collection. The next 3 I bought again as part of the Groove March Madness sale, but these are all DVDs. I believe after the sale, these all came out to about $5 a DVD, so hard to say no to that. First movie is Johnny English. This movie I remember watching a long time ago. I don't really remember anything about it, but I'm a sucker for comedy spy films. The Austin Powers series is one of my favorites. I love Mr. Bean, so I'm sure I'll love this film. Next movie I bought as part of that sale is Matinee. So I actually learned about this film because the 4K came out last year or the year before, so it sounded really good. I almost bought the 4K, but I'm starting to limit my 4K blind buys. There's just been so many times that I've bought a 4K for $15, $20, $25. I got it, I watched the movie, I thought it was just fine, and I'll probably rarely revisit, and if I do, it'll just be on the background. I don't really need the highest definition, but I am excited to watch this film. I do expect that I'm going to like it, and if I do, I might still pick up the 4K, but at least now I can watch it, try it out. I still have it in my collection, and yeah, I'm excited to watch this movie. The final film that I bought as part of the Groove March Madness sale is Interview with the Vampire. I'm honestly shocked that this movie wasn't in my collection. I've seen it 1 or 2 times. I do like this movie, but yeah, I always just assumed this was in my collection. So I saw it as part of the sale, and I figured, hey, I'll check. So I checked, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I figured, yeah, I'll potentially rebuy it, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's been in my collection. Interview with a Vampire, excited to rewatch. The next movie that I bought in the month of March, I actually bought last month, but it has taken many weeks to get to me. And this is probably the most excited that I have been to buy something on physical media. This is a great movie. It does not have a release in the States or anywhere else in the world except for Japan. I was super stoked to learn that it did have a physical media release in Japan. However, that release had no English audio, no English subtitles, but I just had to have this film. It's RRR. This is a 3-hour epic. I was super excited to pop this into my computer and see that the file size for this is 95 gigabytes. It is right at the 100 gigabyte limit. The HDR and Dolby Atmos on this is amazing. I absolutely love this film, and I'm excited to watch it in the highest quality possible. Actually watching this film, not having any English subtitles, is a pain. I had to rip it to my computer, and then I had to remux it with English subtitles, and then I have to put it on a hard drive, because if I streamed it through Plex, I would miss the Atmos, because none of my players support the Atmos that are found on discs. It's a total pain, but when I finally get around to watching this, I'm sure it'll be amazing and totally worth it. The next 3 discs that I bought were part of an Arrow Video sale. The first one is Flash Gordon. I don't know much about this film. Last Christmas, I was hanging out with my dad in the living room, and we were just talking about movies, and he casually said, "Have you ever seen Flash Gordon?" And I said, "No, I've never heard of it." and he said it's basically like a space adventure set to the music of Queen. And I thought, holy shit, I'm gonna add that to my collection. So when I saw this Blu-ray in the Arrow video sale, I just had to pick it up, and I'm excited to watch it. The next film is one that I had never heard of before until I was browsing Arrow for the sale, and that is Kaltiki the Immortal Monster. This movie is from the 1950s, I believe, and what really drew me to this is the cover art that Arrow has here. I believe this is new art specifically for this Arrow release. And after watching this art, I watched the trailer on YouTube. It looked amazing, so I pulled the trigger on this, and I'm excited to watch it. And the final release that I bought as part of that Arrow sale is a 4K of American Werewolf in London. I had just recently watched In the Company of Wolves on 4K, and I thought that film was amazing, and I really liked the werewolf transformation scenes in that movie. And that really got me thinking, why have I never seen American Werewolf in London? I know it has one of the most iconic werewolf transformation scenes in all of cinema, so I figured I should watch it. I almost bought the Blu-ray for this, because again, I've been trying not to blind buy 4Ks, but for this film specifically, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I'm sure I'm gonna want to watch this in 4K, so I just had to pull the trigger, and I'm excited to watch this film. Stay tuned for the review. Another TV series, I bought this on sale on Amazon, the complete series of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't think I've seen a lot of this series. I had a Scooby-Doo DVD as a kid that had the pilot, and I've seen maybe 10 episodes here and there, but I've never sat down and watched the whole series. But obviously I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. This is along the same lines, so I know I'm gonna love this series, and I'm excited to watch it all the way through for the first time. Down to the last two releases that I had bought during the month of March. I bought these as part of the Criterion Flash sale, where everything was 50% off. The first one is Scanners, another 1980s horror film. This one didn't have the option for a 4K. I was holding out on buying this for the longest time because with Criterion, sometimes they release the Blu-ray and then a few years later they release the 4K. So I was holding out for a 4K, but then I saw that this only has a 2K digital scan, so I figured they're probably not going to release this on 4K, and like I said, I've just been trying to limit my 4K buys, so I figured I'd pick this up. Really excited to give this movie a watch, another movie I haven't watched, and stay tuned for the review on my channel. And the final film that I had bought in the month of March during the Criterion sale is Raging Bull. Apart from horror movies, I absolutely love boxing movies, and this is one that I've been meaning to watch for the longest time. I've attempted to rent a Blu-ray of it from my local library, but every single disc I get is scratched, so I only get about 10 minutes in before it starts skipping, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to watch this if it's not the best package. So I finally got this in 4K from Criterion. The disc that I got was actually, I actually had the same issue. About 20 minutes in, I started seeing glitches, but I reached out to Criterion, and they're sending me a replacement disc. So excited to give this one a shot. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think was the best movie that I bought the month of March, and let me know which movies I should keep an eye out for in the upcoming months. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm just a guy with a stack of movies, and I like to talk about them. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for sticking around. And as always, my beautiful viewers, have a spooky night.